Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly wrap up, a show where I go through Twitter for you. Why? Because Twitter has been my best personal learning network for the last 7 years. Everything good I bring to my job in terms of instructional coaching and learning design, I got from Twitter. And because I follow some awesome educators. Now I realize Twitter's not for everybody, social media is not for everybody, and frankly, you're just super busy. So here I am doing the work for you. Each week, I'm going to share with you my top 5 finds from Twitter. Although, since this is the first show, I'm going to share with you my top 5 finds from summer 2021. Let's get started. Homework doesn't always go to equal homes. And students don't have the time, students don't have the bandwidth, students don't have the support. So homework sometimes becomes busy work. And there's better ways to do it, like this tweet from TCEA sharing an infographic from TeachThought. Homework can be useful to help student learning, but it isn't always the best strategy. So this infographic has some great ideas for alternatives to homework. So for example, instead of saying sending homework home, why not crowdsource it in the classroom? Allow students to learn from each other, allow students to help each other. Peer tutoring is powerful. Also, have students be creative and come up with, instead of lower level thinking, have them come up with questions after they read instead of answering a worksheet. Have them create a word problem. This infographic is well worth the read. Download it, print it, insert it in your lesson plan book anytime you're tempted to assign homework. But it is definitely worth a read, and it's got some very practical, helpful, and engaging advice. Speaking of infographics, Blog to Christina shares another infographic from Svetlana, so thank you for this. It's an infographic about class discussion techniques where there's no hiding within the group and no one is overpowering. So these class discussion techniques allow equal opportunity for all. So there's great things like quiz trade, opinion polls, step ladder, Go-Go-Mo, World Cafe, brain writing, thinking hats, and tug of war. Now, I'm so enthralled with this infographic that I'm going to create ways for these things to be done digitally for those classrooms that might have to go remote because of COVID. But these are also things that can be done face-to-face as well. It just takes a little ingenuity to think about how to make it work in a blended learning environment or in a face-to-face environment. So be sure to take a look at some of these, as opposed to just putting kids in groups and saying, hey, go ahead and talk. Here are structured plans to make sure that cooperative learning is successful. If you are one of the thousands of educators who discovered Mote during distance learning, you love it, right? For those of you who don't know, Mote, M-O-T-E, is an audio instruction tool. It's great to add audio files to student work. So say you want to provide comments to student work, you can provide audio feedback. Emerging readers, English language learners, add Mote. It's audio comments. However, Matt Bergman came up with a great hack to not only add audio, but text to your Google Classroom assignments. So I highly recommend you click the link and take a look at his YouTube video. It's less than 3 minutes and it's brilliant. And this way, in your Google Classroom, for your littles, for, like I said, your ELLs, your emerging readers, or just students who need a little extra support, this is a great hack to make Google Classroom more user-friendly for your students. If you are a Flipgrid fan, which according to the numbers, almost every educator in America is, they made some great updates over the summer. Amazing updates. In fact, I'm using one now. I'm recording this using Flipgrid Shorts and using my screen as a backdrop to explain things. So imagine the potential for students. But yes, this is a great, using the backdrop feature in Flipgrid is a great idea for training videos. It's a great way to explain concepts for your students. It's a great way for students to explain their own work and to show their thinking. It would be faculty meetings. I mean, the possibilities are endless. doing a backdrop with your screen is a great way to show thinking and to make thinking visual. Bravo, Flipgrid. Once again, you nailed it. So here's where I tell you how old I am without telling you how old I am. I still remember when classroom jobs were all about clapping the erasers, erasing the chalkboard, mopping the floors, carrying the library books to the library, taking the lunch basket to the lunchroom. But we live in a digital age. So it is time for digital jobs. EdTech Classroom came up with this tweet where you can assign digital jobs to your students, like a newsletter writer, a tutorial creator, a podcaster, a DJ, a yogi for the classroom, visual display artist. These are jobs for the new millennium, and they should be in your classroom. I know teachers all over the country because of Twitter who actually have jobs like this for their students, like a social media person, things like that. So take a look at this list in the video, and I bet you're going to find people in your classroom, these little people who are going to love doing these jobs for you. And that's it for this week's show. Top 5 finds on Twitter from summer 2021. I hope you find them useful. Links are below. If you need anything, reach out and contact me. I live in Ohio, but I work for the country. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or advice or ideas or just need some help. I'm here for you guys. Have a great week. Thanks for watching.